Everybody. Sorry I'm late. My Facebook has changed and I had to look all over the place to find where I would do my lives from. So I'm here now. Um, and I wanted to talk with you today about mold illness and how it relates to leaky gut. And then I'm going to give you some ways to help heal that. I remember when I was at the height of my mold illness that I had horrible leaky gut symptoms. I could not eat anything but meat and carrots. And while I love both, I don't want to eat only those forever, right? Have you been exposed to a water damaged building? Since there are so many of them in the world, I bet you have. Even if you're not one of the 25% of the population that's susceptible, you can still get sick from it. Some of the main symptoms of mold illness include fatigue and weakness, lacking in memory, headache, sinus congestion, having to go pee often, sensitive to light, struggling with concentration, tingling and or numbness in your fingers and toes, abdominal pain and bloating, swings in appetite, and static shocks. Quite a few of those symptoms can be attributed just to leaky gut. Let's compare the symptoms of leaky gut. Chronic diarrhea, constipation, or bloating, nutritional deficiencies, fatigue, headaches, confusion, difficulty concentrating, skin problems such as acne, rashes, or eczema, and joint pain. As you can see, this last set of symptoms matches a lot of the first list. I had a lot of these symptoms and more. It's not fun to deal with all of this. So what is leaky gut? Simply put, your gut, your intestinal tract, is a tube that makes up part of your digestive system. It's not as simple as a hose or a pipe. It's an amazing tube full of live cells tightly bound together. Your gut keeps your body absorbed, helps your body absorb fluids and nutrients, digest your food, and houses billions of friendly gut microbes. It's also very selective to what it allows past its barrier. Your intestinal tract purposely keeps some of those things from being absorbed so that they pass right on through to the other end to be eliminated as waste. You don't want to absorb many harmful microbes or toxins into your body, right? About 70 to 80% of our immune system is housed around our gut, so normally it's ready for foreign invaders. Absorption of fluids and nutrients happens when they're allowed through this cellular tube into the blood circulation. And this is great as long as what's being absorbed are fluids and nutrients and not mold mycotoxins. The blood and lymph then carries the nutrients to your liver and then around to the rest of your body. This is so that all of your cells, all the way to your toenails, get the nutrition that they need to be healthy and grow. Scientifically speaking, a leaky gut is known as intestinal permeability. This means that our intestines are overly permeable and allow things through that it would normally keep out. They leak. As you can imagine, this is not a good thing. So how does your gut become leaky from mold? When you have exposure to mold, the ways that you can get leaky gut include breathing in mycotoxins or ingesting mycotoxins. Breathing in mycotoxins, our respiratory tract basically consists of two zones. The upper airway starts at the nose and finishes at the epiglottis, and the lower airway starts at the larynx and finishes at the lungs. People who have mold exposure breathe in elevated levels of mold spores and or mold fragments. And in a recent research study on inhaling mold spores, they discovered that the majority of inhaled mold spores land in the upper airway and never reach the lungs. The mold spores end up in the upper airway where they get stuck to the mucus lining there, and once they are embedded in the mucus, the spores are quickly transferred to the digestive tract for elimination later. Have you ever sniffed in deeply and swallowed all the snot in your throat? Ew. Ingesting mycotoxins. Our intestinal tracts are continually bombarded with serious amounts of mycotoxins from mold through our diet when we eat meat, farmed fish, poultry, grains, many fruits, and even coffee. Generally, the bulk of mycotoxin exposure through food chain, at least in the US and Europe, is low enough so that our healthy body's natural detoxification actions through the liver and kidneys can sufficiently cleanse these mycotoxins from the body rapidly so that they don't harm our body. But most people are not healthy enough. Either way, those mycotoxins end up in our intestinal tract. And this is where they start fighting with our friendly gut bugs. And they enlist the help of their pathogenic bacteria and parasites against our friends. Those friendly gut bugs also help us to detoxify everything that comes down the pipe, so to speak. So we need them really badly. So let's give our friends, our friendly gut bugs, some help and aid, okay? So how do we aid our friendly gut bugs and heal our leaky gut? One thing you need to remember is that it's not just a fight for the life of those friendly gut bugs, but it's for our own lives as well. We can't live without them in the specific numbers that they should be. So we can't afford to lose many of them. There are a lot of natural ways to improve your gut health. Let's start with what to stop. 1. Grains. Grains are among the highest in mold and have all the mold needs to feed it. Gluten-free grains are okay, but in moderation. 2. Processed foods. They also carry higher amounts of mold and feed them as well, and this includes most coffee. There are some coffees out there that are tested for molds, but not most of them. 3. High sugar fruits, banana, grapes, melons, mangoes, oranges, and pineapple. Those are all really high sugar fruits, and sugar feeds fungus. 4. Fermented foods. Mold spores can rapidly reproduce in food during the fermentation process. Avoid fermented foods such as sauerkraut, kimchi, cheese, sour cream, buttermilk, processed and smoked meats, and alcoholic drinks. 5. Dried fruits. Again, mold can proliferate during the drying process, especially with all of the fiber and sugars. Mold's favorite meals. Raisins, cranberries, mangoes, figs, and prunes. Now, let's talk about what to start. 1. Bind and remove the mycotoxins. Certain fibrous plants like kale, globe artichoke, pumpkin seeds, cruciferous vegetables, okra, berries, black currants, and carrots. Or you can use specific binders like charcoal, GI detox, and zeolite. 2. Bring in reinforcements for your gut bugs so that they are also rebuild your gut. Probiotics like Megaspore or Biobotanical Flora 4R. And I love this one because it has the herbs in it to help seal that intestinal lining. 3. Eat high fiber food also to feed your friendly gut bugs to strengthen them. That's what they like. 4. Make sure that you're eating a diverse, nutritious diet. Give your body the nutrients it needs to stay in tip-top shape. And 5. If you're not getting everything you need from your diet, make sure you take supplements that are right for you at this time. Don't go without them. Fight the good fight. So remember to watch what you are breathing and ingesting. Also, eat right, bind those mycotoxins, and take your supplements and probiotics to get rid of most mold mycotoxins and heal that leaky gut. If you know someone, or if it's you maybe, who's suffering from a mysterious illness and you want to regain your strength and energy so that you can live a purposeful life again, just schedule a complimentary consultation with me today and let me help you bring your function back to your health. Have an abundantly healthful day. Bye.